everyone. Welcome into our Facebook Live. I'm your host, Valerie Stup, and I am in the heart of Nashville, Music City, where we are behind the scenes at this really cool vintage guitar shop on a behind-the-scenes photo shoot. Now, what do you think of my pieces? Do you like this outfit? I'm about to introduce you to an American icon. She's a 9-time Grammy Award-winning artist, and now she's a fashion designer right at HSN. Welcome into our HSN family, Sheryl Crow. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good.
We're just twinsing.
Exactly
We're twinning.
We're doppelgangers.
It's so wonderful to have you be a part of the HSN family. I'm so excited. Are you excited?
Thank you. I am. I've had nothing but a great experience here.
So
and I'm really excited. I'm excited to roll everything out.
Awesome. Well, her fashion line is going to roll out in April, but now is the time that you get to get connected with us. So write your comments below. You get an opportunity to talk to Sheryl right now live and ask her any of the questions you want, whether it's about her music, about her new fashion collection. But we want everyone to get social with you and get part of the conversation. But we're going to start with a few questions because I have some questions for you.
Great.
Let's start with inspiration.
Oh my gosh. I think everything right now is so inspiring. I mean, obviously, everyone is talking about what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I have 2 small boys, so they're a very big inspiration for me. Typically, throughout my life of writing, I've been inspired by what's been going on around me. I mean, I can be inspired by a great book, or by a movie. Little things that people will say, sometimes I jot them down just as a great phrase. Mm-hmm. You never know where inspiration's going to come from. I wrote a whole song after going and seeing U2. So, you know, it just depends on what is opening your heart and what's making you think, and that winds up, I think, making an appearance in your songs.
Well, speaking of making an appearance in your songs, how did you incorporate your lyrics into your fashion line? Because that's kind of like a little hidden secret that you're going to be able to get to see.
Yeah, you know, I love being able to empower people, particularly women, obviously because I am a woman. I'm a single working mom. And I do juggle everything. You know, I'm in the school drop-off lane every single morning, and then I come here and get makeup done, and I'm talking with HSN, I'm talking with you guys. And then tonight, I'm going to go home and I'm going to make dinner, we're going to read books, we're going to do baths, and the whole thing's going to start over again tomorrow.
I love it.
So I feel like I can relate to a lot of women out there, and I love being able to have lyrics that have meaning for me sewn into the fabrics of our very vintage-inspired clothing line. Yeah. You know, I think women, they like to feel empowered, especially right now. So it's great. It's a great treat.
Well, it definitely is for the everyday woman, and I think we kind of define it a little bit with like a rock and roll twist, but very all-American for everyone. So
moms can be totally rock and roll too.
Absolutely. You know, why not? Keep that rock and roll. So we do have a question. Dahlia wants to know, why fashion? Why did you go from music to fashion?
It was a great opportunity, actually, to sort of combine art. You know, I think women who write songs typically have a lot of other artistic avenues that they are dabbling in, and this has been fun for me because what I grew up wearing is basically what I still wear. I wear denims, I wear, you know, great rock and roll t-shirts inspired like this one, and great vintage pieces, and being able to still rock that at my age and as a mom, I feel like there are a lot of us out there. So
I love how you make it so relatable that you really, I mean, considering your success, and you are an American icon, and now you're stepping into the fashion world, you're kind of blending all of it. It's really inspiring for everybody. So thank you so much for doing that and having all these special touches for our HSN customer, which is really great. So with music, how does like composing music or creating music, you know, compare to creating fashion?
Well, I find that if you are writing music and you're not writing from a place that you have experienced, that it rings hollow. It's hard. It would be hard for me to write a song about something I cannot relate to at all. So that winds up being why a lot of my songs are from my own perspective, and hopefully they reach people who have a similar experience and they resonate with them. There was a period when I started making money that I had designers throwing clothes at me, and if you go back through Google probably, or through you know, looking at images online, you'll see where I kind of lost my way and was like wearing really high fashion stuff. And you know, I just always gravitate back to the clothing that I love, whether it's a great pair of denims and an old vintage jacket, or even a Chanel jacket, you know, just mixing it up a little bit. That's what rings true for me. So I find that if you're going to do fashion, you better do it with something that you really stand behind. same with music.
Yeah, I mean, it's an expression, right? It's an expression of your personality,
Yes.
the music you listen to, the music you design, and now the fashions that you design. So
Exactly.
that's really cool. All right, well, we have a lot of really cool all-American pieces. You've got denim, you've got jackets, you've got vintage tees. Do you have a favorite?
Well, I'm really loving these boots right now. These are called the Levi. They're
Cute.
shorties. I grew up in a really small town in Missouri, and I felt like that was just like middle America. And everything that I love still, I find, is steeped in American culture and history, even art, even furniture, early American. So these just, they kill me. And
Love
they
'em.
are so comfortable, I can't tell you. They're like house shoes. So they are, I'm going to wear them every day. I know. They're awesome.
That's really cool. And what about the colors? Was there a certain color palette you were going for, or?
Well, I think we definitely stayed in sort of a retro feel, particularly for the fall line that's going to be coming out. We're using really warm colors, some cool ponchos. What's coming out in April is stuff that's all
Nice.
inspired.
Yeah.
I know, yes,
Wow.
touch me, yes, reach out and touch. And this is inspired by a jacket that is actually from my closet. We went into my closet, ripped through it. It's like, oh, this is cool, this is cool, this is cool. And we did our own versions of them with embroidery and
The details
a good
are-
fit.
Good fit is
Yeah.
important. Details, details. I mean, look
Details,
at. I mean,
details,
there's
details.
so many details, even on the denim that I'm wearing.
Yes.
So, how did you decide, sort of, what details to add?
Well, there are certain things that resonate with me. You know, I had a video, in fact, called Steve McQueen, and I could have worn these jeans in that video.
Look at that.
I just
So cool.
You know, like I said, I love old American muscle cars. I'm just tried and true kind of American culture, and so when I see patches like this, I'm like, ooh, where can we fit this?
Yeah.
So that's an embroidery, like the,
And I mean,
the top that you have. It
we've
reminds me
mixed.
of a throwback
Yeah.
to like hippie 60s.
Totally.
Um, yeah. So a lot of my stuff looks like the things I wear.
Which means it's timeless because it's forever in style, which is great, especially
Right.
for our HSN customer.
Yeah.
We really encourage you. I'm so glad you guys are liking and making comments. But if you have any questions for Sheryl, I definitely want you to just write below. We do have a shout out to Jenny, to Anna, and to Catherine. I hope those were 3 individual people.
Ginny, Anna, Catherine.
Jenny, Anna, Catherine. So shout out to them. So thanks for watching.
Hi, ladies.
And Rachel wants to know kind of what I asked you earlier about what
My
your
favorite
favorite
piece.
piece, but maybe what your favorite combination might be.
Yeah.
Because we sort of talked about your boots.
Well, I actually love the combination I'm wearing right now. I love a great old school rock and roll tee, and throw a cool jacket over
Yeah.
it. Maybe some good big clunky jewelry, and a pair of these actually are bell bottom jeans. I actually love the jeans that you're wearing right now.
Yeah, skinnies.
I'm into the skinnies.
Yeah. You look great in them.
Well, thank you. I'm embarrassed, but
No, you look great in everything.
But I love the bells too, and these particular ones, the white ones, I think are really cool for summer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, in addition to your new fashion line, you also have a new album coming out.
I do. Yes, my album's coming out in April. We have a song coming out in late February, I believe, and the single is called "Halfway There." And I love that it's coming out first because I think it's been a pretty divisive time just out there, climate-wise, politically. And there is, there needs to be some healing that happens between all of us. And that's what the song is about. It's about, you may drive a Hummer and I may drive a Chevy Volt. You may wear, very high-end, expensive clothing, and I may wear jeans. But aren't we all trying to get to the same place? And it's called Halfway There, so that's going to be out first.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What about the process of writing music? How does that influence like your life, like your everyday life? How does that all mix together? I mean, you pretty much do it all. So
Well, I try to do it all. I'm like every other single working mom. I'm constantly
Juggling.
spinning plates. Life always, or your art always imitates life. And I find that if I sit down to write a song, if I think I'm going to craft a song about something, if I'm really true to myself, I'll wind up writing about what is really on my mind or heart. And that's what this record is. This record is the culmination of about 6 months of just going through what everyone else has gone through in this country, and then sitting down with a guitar or a bass or a pad and pen and just writing about it. There's a heavy presence of technology on the record, as in what is it doing to us in our relationships. So that's kind of a thread throughout. But all that to say, it's a really fun record. It's very rockin'. And it's still a fun record, even though there are some things on it that are like, oh.
No,
but it is fun. It's really fun. I mean it. It's a really fun
But
record.
listening to you and your music's always going to get everybody having fun and singing along, and now getting a chance to wear your fashions, which will be launching on HSN in April. This might be your last chance to ask Sheryl any of your dire need questions about fashion or music, so definitely use the comments below to ask those. I do have a question from Dana.
Okay.
And Dana says, what would you tell mothers about going after their dreams and taking care of their families?
Oh my goodness,
That's
moms out there. Well, I love, and I'm just gonna, I don't want to talk about politics, but I love that women went out and marched for all the different reasons that they showed up, whether it was about women's reproductive rights, whether it was about immigration, whatever it was, that women showed up and they took their kids. Yeah. And I think there's no better example to your, not only your young girls, but to your boys, that all of us individually, no matter our gender, our sex, whatever, we have a lot of power, and we have to lift up our voices in our own way. There's so many different ways in our communities to be involved. Even making a phone call to our congresspeople and say, this is what I care about. I have young people, I'm raising them, and showing them that example. There's no better example than a child witnessing a parent's involvement. And for moms who have dreams out there, I just find that with technology and with the internet, businesses get started. Looking around and saying, where can I be useful? Or, hey, here's something I can create that would actually be helpful to other moms. It's the hardest thing is just getting started.
Yeah.
But just know that there are people around you that want to help you and that have the same feeling about these things.
We're all the same, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
We
it's
are
kind
all
of going
having
all
the
to that
human
core.
collective experience.
Right.
Yeah.
And now we can all dress like Sheryl Crow.
And you can do whatever you're doing in these
In those
fantastic
groups. All right. Lauren says, how did you go about choosing the patches and the details? That's a very good question, Lauren.
I had a lot of patches to look at, and it's funny what you find resonates with you.
Yeah.
I grew up watching the nightly news at 6:30, and there was no CNN or whatever. And I grew up at the tail end of the Vietnam War, so things that are very American seem to be a part of what resonates with me.
Yeah.
I'm really drawn to things that show a sense of pride. I also am drawn to things that feel very vintagey.
Yeah.
I have a pair of old jeans that I've worn my whole life, believe it or not, that have jeans on the seat or have patches on the seat because they had holes in them, and that's what you
Exactly.
did.
That's
You put
right,
a
yeah.
patch over the hole in your jeans.
Yep.
So I love that look, and it seems to never go out of style.
All right, some more shout outs before we start closing our live Facebook event with Sheryl Crow. Shout outs to, I think it's
Is it
Jeanne.
Jan?
Okay, Jeanne,
Okay,
Dana,
and Katie also.
All right, yes, okay. Well, if you just tuned in, this was our Facebook Live with the one and only Sheryl Crow, who has a brand new fashion collection
Yes.
coming to HSN in April. So you're
Yeah.
not going to want to miss it. We were in a behind-the-scenes photo shoot, so you are going to absolutely love to die. It's great. If you had to kind of sum up your line in just a few adjectives, what would you say?
I would say it's very vintage feeling. It's very Americana, but it's got a very distinct twist on rock and roll.
All right. Well, there you heard it from Sheryl Crow. You stay tuned. Thank you so very much.
My pleasure. And thanks you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. And the fun doesn't stop here. I actually had 2 more big, huge music stars throughout the day. So I have 2 more Facebook Lives. So you want to stay tuned right here in HSN. So don't go anywhere because we want to make sure that you're a part of all the fun. All right, I'll see you guys later.